Hello students, Namaste. Welcome to our channel Sri9 Teaching and I am M. Srinivas. So since so many days you are watching my videos regarding physical science subject. So how are those videos, how are those classes? I think very interesting, no? Right, do you understand? Yeah, understood well. I hope you understood, so that I got many views and good comments also, and thank you for your support, and please go on like this only. So if you support, and if you support like this, I'll make so many videos, classes, so that very helpful to many students, isn't it? Yeah, thank you for that. And moreover, so another important thing is we are also starting mathematics classes today onwards. So together physics and physical sciences and mathematics classes I'll make and upload for you, and I hope those are the videos which I make are very useful to you. So if so, please follow continuously so that it will reach you, and I hope they are helpful to you and your friends. So for that I am trying to make best videos, so to reach or to make you understand the concepts very well. So coming to the point, so today we are starting mathematics class, that too the first topic, the chapter we take is trigonometry. So here, introduction to trigonometry. So I think in your schools the chapter already started, so no problem. Here we will understand very well, right? If you have any doubts, please write in comment section, I'll answer those questions, right? So continuously, okay, some gap has come, but now onwards though there will be no gap, I'll continuously make the videos and for you. So please go on watching continuously, don't miss any class, and also please write the notes, important points which I give you, so that they will be helpful in solving the problems, right? So let us understand what is trigonometry first. For more interesting videos, please subscribe my channel and touch the bell beside it to get notifications. Actually, the word trigonometry came or derived from Greek terminology, that is trigonometron. Tri means three, gon means sides, and metron is nothing but measurement. So measurement of three sides. So you got the point, three sides. In which figure you got three sides? You see three sides, that is a triangle, right? Okay, so here before we start the topic, the introduction to the trigonometry, let us understand what is the need of trigonometry. Already we have so many chapters in maths, and what is the specialty of trigonometry? So here this branch of mathematics is very useful in engineering and physical sciences, even in computer applications, even in so many fields, even in for defense people also they use trigonometry. Here, to measure a height of a tower, height of a building, and to measure width of a river, or distances between two objects, or distances between two mountains, without actually measuring them, if we know the angle with which you are looking at. So if you know the angle and the other side will be easily determined by the technique of trigonometry. If you understand the concept, we can easily find. So these are some examples. So especially trigonometry gives a relationship between the sides and distances with help of angles. So the angle which we talk about here is a right angle. So simple example I'll tell you here. Suppose if you want to find the height of a tower, suppose this is an electric pole, or suppose this is an electric pole where wires are constructing here, or you can take the pylons like this, they will be, right? Suppose a person is standing here and looking at the top of this tower with some angle with horizontal distance, and suppose a right angle triangle is imagined to form here, right? A right angle triangle is formed here, here right angle is this, and here with some angle he is watching or looking at the top of the tower. And if you know the distance this, and easily we can find the height of this tower, or any pole or any building height can be easily find by knowing the technique of trigonometry. So that's why trigonometry is very useful in many fields where the measurements of sides and heights, distances and heights, or even angles also can be measured, right? So let us start this topic to understand the remaining things in this chapter, right? Okay, now for this first we have to understand trigonometric ratios. So to understand the trigonometric ratios, actually trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which give the relationships between the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. I repeat here, trigonometry gives relationship between the sides and the angles of a right angle triangle, right? So here let us take a right angle triangle ABC. Here, can you tell where right angle is there? Yes, at B. Here right angle means 90 degrees. Okay, right. So here ABC is a right triangle is at B. Okay, now the remaining angles will be less than 90 degrees. So that's why these are called acute angles. So here we will understand first about acute angles in a right angle triangle in this chapter. Later you will understand how this will be applied for the other angles also, right? Now in this right angle triangle ABC, let us consider the angle A. So to this, with respect to this angle, we will define the trigonometric ratios. Means trigonometric ratios are the ratios of sides with respect to angle. So the angle we have taken is angle A. So that's why here the side in this right angle triangle which is opposite to this angle is called side opposite to angle A. Okay, and you know that this side which is opposite to right angle is called hypotenuse, right? And this side, the side AB, which is adjacent to angle A, hence it is called side adjacent to angle A, right? So these are the names of the sides. Suppose if you consider angle C, then what happens? This side will be opposite side to this angle, and this side will become adjacent angle to this angle, adjacent side to this angle. Hypotenuse will not change because it is opposite to right angle, right? Now let us define the trigonometric ratios. The first ratio is called sine of angle A, and abbreviation we use is SINA. We read as sine of A or sine A, but don't think that this is the product of sine and A, angle A. Here SIN has no meaning without the angle A, hence we write as sine A, means sine of angle A. So you must remember that this is not a product, even this sign will not exist individually, independently. Definitely this ratio is defined with this trigonometric ratio is defined with reference to an angle. Okay, right? And here this is defined as side opposite to angle A. I am writing here side opposite to angle A by hypotenuse. So in words, can you tell what is sine A? It is the ratio of It is the ratio of opposite side to a angle with reference you have taken to the hypotenuse, right? So here sine of a sine angle, sine is defined as the ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse, right? Now let us define the next ratio, that is cosine of angle A, and the abbreviation for this is cos A. We read as cos A, cos of angle A, and this is defined as the side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse. Okay, in this triangle, let us write the names of the sides. So side opposite to angle A is what? Which side? BC. Yes. So BC by what is the hypotenuse? AC, right? So for this also we can write side adjacent to angle A is AB by hypotenuse obviously AC. This is C. And next one, the third one is tangent of angle A. So here don't think that this is a capital letter, so simply I wrote like this, but you can write even like this. Okay na, here also. So abbreviation is tan A is equal to the side opposite to, I am writing shortcut, angle A by side adjacent to angle A. How it is? Okay, and what are the names of the sides here? Opposite side is BC and adjacent side is AB. So these three ratios are the important ratios, and more three ratios are there which are obtained from the reciprocals of these ratios. Reciprocal. What is the meaning of reciprocal? You remember, it seems. What is the reciprocal of A? Reciprocal of A is called 1 by A. Okay. So like this, here we will define. The fourth one is reciprocal of sine of angle A is cosecant of angle A. So this is obtained as the reciprocal of 1 by sine of angle A, that is equal to, so here 1 by sine of angle A means reciprocal, so it will be reversed, right? So it means that denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator. So that's why I am writing hypotenuse by side opposite to angle A. Okay, and for this the abbreviation is cosec A. The abbreviation is cosec of angle A. Okay, so cosecant can be written as cosec A. And next one is secant, secant. Secant of angle A is reciprocal of cosine of angle A, or simply we say 1 by cos A, and cosecant can be called as 1 by sin A. So this is also, yes, so that is hypotenuse by side adjacent to angle A. Got it? Right. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another is there, that is, so cotangent of angle A, in short we write as the abbreviation is cot A, is equal to reciprocal of tangent of angle A. So reciprocal of tangent angle A means, so it comes as side adjacent to angle A by side opposite to angle A, right? So cotangent cot A of angle A is equal to 1 by tangent of angle A, so that is reciprocal side adjacent to angle A by side opposite to angle A. Okay, so these are the 6 trigonometric ratios which are obtained from a right angle triangle by knowing the sides with reference to an angle we have chosen. If we choose an angle, other angle, then the name of the sides will be different. But the thing you have to remember that the angles other than the right angle will be what angles? Acute angles, right? They are acute angles. And at the same time I will tell another thing, that is tan. Okay, for this the abbreviations will be SEC, sec A, and for this cot A. So what are the ratios we obtained? Sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A, cot A. So what is A? The angle we have taken, we have selected, right? Okay, so these, if we know these formulae, then you can easily understand the next problems. Okay, one thing we have forgotten here, from the triangle we didn't write the size, no? Okay, let us write once again. So hypotenuse by side opposite to A. What is hypotenuse? AC by opposite side is BC. This is the BC, or simply you see the relation between this and this. BC by AC has become AC by BC, and this will become hypotenuse AC by what happens? AB. Yes, you are right. And for this tangent, where is the tangent of reciprocal? BC by AB will become AB by BC, right? Okay, here one thing I'll explain, which is important thing. So here tan. So tan is equal to, tan of A is equal to what we got? Tangent of A, BC by AB. Yes, BC by AB. Now numerator is BC and denominator is AB. Let us divide both the numerator and denominator by AC. So BC by AC by, again this is AB by AC, is equal to, what is BC by AC? BC by AC is what? See, BC by AC is sin A, no? Right, that's why I am writing sin A by, what is AB by AC? AB by AC is cos A. So what I want to tell is tan A can be written as sin A by cos A. Got it? Yes, this is one important thing. And next let us take cot A. Cot A, what is cot A is here? AB by BC. AB by BC. Let us divide both the numerators and denominators by hypotenuse, that is AC. So what happens? AB by AC by BC by AC is equal to, what is AB by AC? What is AB by AC? Where it is? AB by AC is what? Cos A, right? So cos A by, what is BC by AC? BC by AC is sin A. So it means that cot A can be written as cos A by sin A. So three things I will tell here. Tan A is written as sin A by cos A. Cot A is written as cos A by sin A. So if you reverse, means if you make upside down of the denominator and numerators, you will get this, and this will be cot A. Actually, we are reading in short tan A, cot A like that, but the actual reading is tan of angle A, tangent of angle A, and cotangent of angle A. But in simple, we can read as tan A, cot A like that. And here also you see tangent A, tan A. So here tan A, from the tan A we got cotangent, that is cot A, because reciprocal of tangent we got cot A. So tan A is obtained as sin A by cos A, and cot A is obtained as cos A by sin A. Be careful, these are important. Okay, so this is introduction class today. So if you learn once perfectly, then we can solve the problems. Okay, you will understand which type of problems we will solve in examples and even in exercise. So in the next class we will take the examples, even exercise problems. Okay, right students, I hope you understood this lesson, isn't it? Yeah, if you have any doubt, please watch this class again. Okay, and even if you get doubts, please write to me in comments, then I'll answer to you. Okay, so please go on watching continuously my classes. So mathematics, even physical science, simultaneously I will make and I'll upload to you. So don't miss any video. So please if you watch and if you like, please press the like button and subscribe, and make your friends and other students, friends of you, please make them to subscribe, and also press the bell button also. Okay, so we'll get notifications and you will not miss any class. Okay, so wait for the next class. Even better, I'll explain the examples and the problems. You will enjoy a lot. Okay, keep watching. Thank you.